Now, we have heard right from the beginning that you should have this should not have any attachment, and you should have attitude of detachment. But it is easy to say, but difficult to do. What is the procedure? What is the thinking behind the theory of detachment, the karma yogas, this is that. Normally, this attachment is spontaneous, we don't know, but we get attached to the many things. It is very spontaneous. But what is the philosophy behind that? How it happens? So, the Lord is explaining that the ignorant persons, how he attached to the action and what is the real philosophy behind that attachment, and that should be understood. Then detachment and dissipation automatically comes. Therefore, Gurudev used to say that dissipation is the results of mature thinking. It is not forcefully, oh no, you have to detach. How can you detach? If you have inside a lot of attachments are there. If thinking is mature, then automatically detachment, the dissipation comes from this. It is like that, the mango is totally ripe and matured, automatically it just falls from the tree. Nothing can, you don't do anything. And once maturity means that it becomes yellow, full of sweet juice, that is maturity. When in our life it comes sweetness, full of love for everyone, serving for everyone, then the maturity has come. And then automatically dissipation starts. And then we start just leading the spiritual life. And once the quest and the desire for the spiritual pursuit is the real and pure, immediately the teacher will come to our door. If it is the fruit is ripe, the parrot automatically will come. No one invites the parrot. Parrots only touch the mature and ripened fruit. Automatically come. So, what is the thinking behind that? Now, in next step.
Prakrite kriyamanani Gunai karmani sarvashah Ahankara vimoodatma Kartahamiti manyate
Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasah. All the activities in this world happening because of all the mixture and interactions of all three gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The whole world is made of all the three gunas, and every guna has got these different tendencies. Accordingly, our vasanas functions, and accordingly our minds also will function. Because whatever types of vasana, sattvic, rajasic, accordingly perform activities will be there in our life. That's there. But not knowing that the gunas, because of the permutation and combinations of the gunas, the activities taking place in our life, this idea, if it's not there in our understanding, then we consider ourselves ahankara, vibhudatma, the deluded this person, not knowing this philosophy behind the activities, thinking that I am the doer of everything, whereas everything is done by the mind. And one person who is knowing that I am not BMI, I am the pure consciousness, which is the non-doer, doing everything happen because of this mix-up, permutation, combination of all these things. And whatever types of vasana is expressed as actions in our life. Karta ahamiti manyate, and they have the pride and egoism like that. I am doing everything. See, the great people, or asked that you have done great things, they said, no, we have not done anything. Everything now happens through us. The Narayan is the only doer. And we are the instrument. And we just made the empty our heart and our instrument. And because of that, the Narayan voice starts just coming from us. Because we don't have our own things, anything. When the flute is not having anything hollow, then Lord Krishna's voice comes through the flute. If something inside there, my likes and dislikes, and my greed, my desire, then this Lord Krishna's voice cannot come through the flute. Therefore you see, the flute is empty, totally hollow, and then the Lord Krishna. So keeps your heart and your mind pure, without your likes and dislikes, then the Lord's voice just comes through the world. Yes. That is important. So Lord is doing through us. We are just the instrument. But ignorant persons, that he is attached to the BMI, so thinks that he is doing everything. And since now he thinks himself as the doer, naturally the doer needs the fruits also. That he cannot avoid. Enjoyership and doership go hand in hand. Cannot separate this is that. And this is the problem with us, that we just consider. Therefore, we develop the ego that I have done this thing, I have done this thing, oh this thing, that thing, and that keeps away from us from this Supreme Self. Because we are very much attached to the act, this virtual self. Whatever role we are playing, no, we think this role is actual. No. Behind the role there is an actual I, which play the role as they were just father, mother, this, that, and that is the virtual things. No. In this behavioral world, we have to play these things. But knowing that I am actually not that father, mother permanently. No one is born as a father. No one is born as a husband. If it is like that, then very problem. He cannot become sannyasi, he cannot become anything because he is born as a husband only. These are the role. Just like on the stage, no, actor is playing so many roles, knowing that he is not that, he is doing acting because he has to do, or he is on the stage. And he cannot say whatever he wants. He has to say whatever his director already told him to tell. And whenever director wants, he has to just leave the stage. He cannot remain forever on the stage. No? And whenever he wants, he should come up on the stage. So our departure and arrival in this world in the hands of the Lord. In between, bad, good things we have to do. But departure, he decides. When we depart, he knows. Nobody knows. You know when you depart from this world? Arrival and departure in his hands. In between, he has given freedom. You do good or bad, suffer and enjoy. If you have right understanding, you will enjoy. If you have wrong notions about the life, you will suffer whole life and make other lives also miserable. Right understanding, I am not. And how to just weakens this doership, strong doership, that path of devotion comes. Think the Lord is doing. And you just transfer the doership on the Lord. Then you will save yourself. Because the Lord is doing. Whatever problem, honor's problem. I am a servant. I have nothing to do with the problem. Loss is there, honor's loss. Profit, honor's loss. I am safe like Hanuman. Whatever is there, masters. So we are, if we have this type of right understanding about the life, that we are the instrument in the Lord's hand. I am not the ultimate doer. Everything happening good or bad through me. If it is happening bad, we have to rectify ourselves. Happening good, give the credit to the Lord. That is the right way of living, the art of happy living. And that these great wise people, those who have understood the life in a right, these connotations, they know that mind is only the doer. I am possessor of the mind. I am not the mind. So our duty is that we should work on the mind, but not by the mind. Whole life we work by the mind, but hardly we work on the mind. Therefore, we don't know the nature of the mind. Sometimes no mind suffers and we say, oh, I am suffering. Mind is now enjoying, I am enjoying. No, you are not the mind. Mind is the instrument given to you to perform the good thing and reach out to your destination, supreme self and blissful things and these things. That it is an instrument. The action, karma also instrument. The knife is with us. You can cut the vegetables as well as finger also. It is not the fault of the knife. It is your understanding. It is not fault that this freedom given in the action and thinking. No. How we are thinking, what we are thinking, how we are using this instrument, that is the idea behind all these things. So, we have to understand the right philosophy and think that, and who has understood these things? And they are called these wise people, tattva-vitta, the man of realization, one who knows the reality behind this changing world. They are the tattva-vitta. Now we'll see that the other people, those who realized themselves, and they are, Gurudev used to say them, subjective scientists. And others are objective scientists. They are all objective scientists. They work in the field of objects, outer objects. But one who works on the mind and reach to the subject, to the Atma, the self, they are the subjective scientists. They are also scientists. They discover their happiness inward, and the objective scientists try to get happiness outside. So they are failed. And the subjective scientists already passed and they formulated the eternal principle, still going on. That is it. So now next verse we'll take up next day.